Good afternoon, everyone. Andy Johnson here with you, Adweek Europe. We're going to do what we like to do during this week, and that's gaze into the future now. I'm joined by Dorth Raphaely, the SVP of Content at Fandom. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
When we talk about the future, we're talking about the future of media as a whole, the future of newsrooms. What are you going to be talking about this afternoon about 3:45?
So the things we'll be talking about is one of the things is social and how social is becoming not just a way to curate, but it's actually a way to discover. We'll be talking about UGC a little bit, user-generated content. A lot of publishers are moving away from it, but we're actually moving towards it. Just a lot of other topics as well.
Tell me what you do at Fandom.
So I'm the SVP of Content. I've been there 4 months, so I'm pretty new. Prior to this, I was at Bleacher Report, and what we are building is a world-class content editorial team. Fandom it's the #1 entertainment fan site in the world, and so we are the commercial side of Wikipedia. Jimmy Wales started both of them, and we have over 50 million pages of content.
Wow.
We have, and our uniques are 180 million per month. So we're really big, and we're.
And what sort of? Does that cover Fandom of all aspects? Is that the really big brands and names that we know? What sort of people have you got on? You've got so many people on there. Who have you got?
So any fandom you can imagine is on there. But the verticals that are really strong are video games, movies, and TVs. Not TVs, TV. After that, it would be books, comics, and everything else.
Everything, really.
Cooking. Really, it goes very long tail.
Why are you, as a group, as an organisation, moving towards UGC when other people are moving away? Why do you believe that's the journey to travel?
Because in these verticals of TV, video games, and movies, the super fans can be as knowledgeable as anyone. There are certain verticals where you really do need access to be knowledgeable. In this case, that's not true at all. So they're like Simon Pegg, who was obviously the writer for Star Trek. That's an example of he went to our community and asked them, is this narrative making sense? They even named an object in the movie. So we often have IPs coming to us to kind of make sure that, especially stuff like Star Wars and Star Trek that have multiple.
They know that these people care, don't they? They really care about Star Wars and Star Trek, and I guess it's a good place to go to because these people know these brands and these things inside out, don't they?
And often more than the people who work there. Yeah. They're amazingly knowledgeable.
And one other great thing, I guess, is that pretty much anybody can contribute, can't they? You don't have to be very high up or very wealthy to contribute to these things. If you've got a real interest, a real love, and a real passion for something, get involved.
Exactly. The amazing thing about so Fandom has, I would say, 3 different types of content. We have the wikis, we have news and stories, which is a sort of traditional media company, and then we have a video department as well. So in that wiki world, which is the user-generated content, they do it for the love of it, right? They love being part of a community. They love sort of owning that community and working with it. On the news and story side, we do have volunteer writers as well as we have a team of 12 staff professional writers. But the volunteer writers, the reason we're able to move towards it is we are super focused on what the value proposition is for the writers. What do they care about? They care about getting into events like Comic-Con and all those types of events. They care about interviewing A-list celebrities. They care about being part of a community bigger than themselves. And most importantly, they care about being better writers. So in our world, an ideal situation is someone comes in as a volunteer writer, we work with them for 2 years, make them a much better writer, and then maybe they get a paid gig somewhere else if they want to be a professional writer. Some of these people have other professions that will never want that. They just love writing about the topics they care about.
Do you believe that model is the one we're going to see going forward across the media then? Do you think what you're doing is something that other people will follow, and it's how media itself may develop?
I don't. I think we are in a unique position to be able to be moving towards UGC while so many other media companies are moving away from it. I think in the world of sort of alternative facts, I think there is a push towards more professional writers, but we're lucky. We're in verticals where we have expertise. Yeah.
So give us a tease about your talk this afternoon then. What sort of things are you going to be sharing with your audience at 3:45?
I mean, I think I've kind of given it, they may not need to come to it because I think I've told it a lot of it here. But all seriously, I think we're also going to be talking, trying to think what other topics we're going to be talking about. So from a social perspective, I think what's been really interesting is how the consumption and the creation, how those two worlds are coming together. And so you see this on YouTube a lot, right?
Yeah.
So someone just starts posting stuff to YouTube, and then all of a sudden they develop a following and they have a clear point of view. And then all of a sudden they are a brand themselves, and they are people are following them. And so I think those lines are getting blurred and will continue to do so.
Why do you think, and I know these events that you fly into and you fly somewhere else because you're a very busy man, these events like Adweek Europe are so important for the creative industries as a whole?
No, I mean, these events are amazing, and there's been some amazing panels that I've really enjoyed. I think these events are great for meeting people in your industry and sharing ideas. Yeah, I've always enjoyed these events. I think they're, you never know what you're going to get out of them, but every time I've ever come to one of these events, it's like I've gotten more out of it than I thought I would.
And give us an idea of what's next for Fandom over the next 6 to 12 months.
So we're going through a tremendous growth period right now. So from a content standpoint, probably like doubling and tripling our team. We're also expanding into other markets. We have offices throughout the world. And so a lot of those offices are sales offices, but we're going to be adding editorial offices throughout the world as well.
Well, look, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Best of luck with your talk later on. If you want to catch that talk, it's at 3:45. And, of course, you can always catch up with us, #AW Europe.